So you're thinking about moving to Kansas City or the nearby areas like Lee Summit, Missouri? Before you make the leap, let's dive into everything you need to know, the pros, the cons, and the honest truth about life here in Lee Summit, Missouri. In this video, that's exactly what we're going to talk about, because Lee Summit, Missouri is actually one of the best cities to live in, not only in the Kansas City metro area, but one of the top 100 cities to live in the country by livability.com. And with those kinds of accolades, there's definitely lots of pros and reasons why people are moving here, but you'll want to stick around till the very end because there are some cons that you need to be aware of as well. Today, we're going to share with you the pros and the cons of Lee Summit, and so that way you can kind of weigh them all out so that you can see if Lee Summit is a city that you want to live in. And we're going to get after it right now. So if this is your first time on our channel and you want to know everything there is about living in the Kansas City area and suburbs like Lee Summit, Missouri, then make sure that you subscribe to our channel, tap the bell for notifications, and be the very first ones to know about the current market here in Lee Summit. My name is Jimmy Ezell. My wife Nikki and I are realtors with the Living in Kansas City team, and every single day we get phone calls, text messages, and emails from people just like you and you and you. And so whether you're looking to move in 7 days or 7 months, make sure you reach out to us. All of our contact information is in the description box below. We'd be happy to help you make a smooth move here to Lee Summit or any other suburban areas here around the Kansas City market. And so with that, let's dive in. Today I'm standing right here in the heart of downtown Lee Summit to really kick off this video of the pros and the cons and living here. Now, before we dive into the details, I wanted to introduce you to the place that really captures the spirit of Lee Summit. And that is this downtown district. I mean, there's so much going on here, and it's the perfect spot to get a real feel for what, this city is all about. I mean, you can see kind of from behind me, the coffee shop nearby. Downtown area has actually gained national recognition with this unique blend of historic charm and modern vibes. I mean, it's been awarded the prestigious Great American Main Street. It's designated by the National Trust for Historic Preservation, which isn't something you see, every day. This award celebrates downtowns that have transformed over the years while keeping that authentic character intact. And I think you'll agree, Lee Summit has done an amazing job with that. Now, walking around here, you'll notice a little bit of everything here, with the historic buildings, the classic architecture, the trendy boutiques, the art galleries. I mean, the city has worked hard to revitalize this area with updated public spaces, expanded pedestrian walkways. So easy to explore and really enjoy this area. And so if you're here for just a casual afternoon or a community event, you'll really like it. Plus, they have the farmers market down here. And speaking of events, downtown Lee Summit is a hub for community gatherings. I mean, every year you'll find the farmers markets, the seasonal festivals, art walks, and more people drawing from all over. I mean, it's truly a place where the whole community comes together, which is one of the things that makes Lee Summit such a special place to live. And there's even more on the horizon. Lee Summit is continuing to invest in downtown with plans for future development, aimed at making this area even more walkable and lively. The city is looking at adding more dining options, retail spaces, and public art. And so whether you're local, thinking about moving here, there's also always something fresh and exciting to look forward to here in downtown Lee Summit. So as we get started with the pros and cons of Lee Summit, I want you to remember that this downtown district really embodies what life is here. Friendly, vibrant, growing. I'll be taking you through the highs and lows of living in Lee Summit, but trust me, it's places like this that make the city really shine. We'll start with the cons first, then get the negative out of the way, and then we'll end with some positive pros. And so with that, let's dive in and go into the pros and cons of Lee Summit. The first con is the population and size. One thing you should know about Lee Summit is that its size and population are considerably larger than most suburbs compared to here in the Kansas City area. As of 2024, Lee Summit had grown to around 105,000 residents spread across 63.9 square miles. This population size is one of the larger suburban areas in the Kansas City metro area, creating a very vibrant city, but it also brings some challenges that you'd expect from a growing city. With growth comes development, and if you've driven around Lee Summit recently, You've probably noticed new construction popping up everywhere. I mean, new subdivision, office buildings, and shopping centers. I mean, this development adds to the city's conveniences, but it also means more traffic, especially around popular areas like downtown, Summit Fair, shopping, and according to local data, the downtown district, which has been beautifully revitalized, now attracts hundreds of visitors each weekend, adding to the local bustle. For those coming from quieter or more rural settings, this can feel a bit overwhelming. Imagine expecting a suburban escape only to find busier intersections and the constant hum of construction. For some, that's part of the excitement of a growing city. But if you're looking for a true small town feel, parts of Lee Summit might surprise you with their suburban city energy, and it can take some, adjusting to that, the level of activity out there. On the bright side, this growth supports new amenities, parks, schools, retail spaces, so bringing more options and conveniences for the residents there. But for anyone hoping to find a slower paced rural environment, Lee Summit's expansion and development might require a bit of patience. Our second con is the traffic and the commute. Let's talk about this traffic and commuting. Something that definitely impacts daily life here in Lee Summit, because Lee Summit is well connected to the Kansas City metro area and surrounding towns. It's common to face congestion during peak commuting hours, heading out in the morning or coming back in the evening. Expect busy roads, especially on the main routes like I-470 and US 50. Now, if you're commuting to work in Kansas City, the drive can range from about 25 to 30 minutes on a good day, but that can easily stretch longer depending on the time and the route you take. And for those of you needing to get to the Kansas City International Airport, which is really on the opposite side of the metro area, plan for about 45 minutes. Although with downtown traffic, that could actually add another 10 to 15 minutes, especially during rush hour. So if you're someone that values a short commute or minimal traffic, this might be a bit of a drawback. You do have some alternate routes, but in reality, these back roads can get just as crowded as the main highways during rush hours. So if you're someone who needs a reliable and quick commute, it's definitely worth considering how traffic might play a role in your daily routine. And hey, if you want some insider tips, check out our map tour video where I share shortcuts and tips on navigating through the city to save a bit of time. Now, our third con is the limited public transportation. All right, so if you're used to hopping on a train or a bus to get around, Lee Summit might feel like an adjustment. Public transportation options here are pretty limited. The Kansas City Area Transportation Authority does operate some routes, but they don't cover all the neighborhoods and are primarily focused on key areas. This means if you're used to relying on public transit for work or errands, you may find you'll need a car for most of your trips. For anyone moving from a city with robust transit options, it's definitely a shift. The lack of extensive public transportation not only affects daily commuting, but also adds to the traffic. As most residents rely on personal vehicles to get around, in fact, data shows that around 90% of Lee Summit residents drive alone to work each day, which is well above the national average for similar sized cities. So if you're considering a move here, it's worth factoring in the need for a car. Lee Summit is a great place with so much to offer, but keep in mind that you'll likely need to rely on driving for most activities. So whether it's commuting, running errands, or even a quick weekend trip into Kansas City, keep that in mind. You're definitely probably going to need a car. Our fourth con is the lack of nightlife options. Let's talk about the nightlife scene, or really the lack of it. Lee Summit is known for more of its family-friendly atmosphere and quieter evenings than for vibrant nightlife. While you'll find some restaurants and a few bars that stay open later, the options for nightlife entertainment are limited compared to downtown Kansas City or other larger urban areas. For younger residents or anyone used to a bustling night scene, this can be a drawback. Most people in Lee Summit head to Kansas City for concerts, clubs, or late night dining options. And if you're someone who values being able to go out and enjoy a vibrant night scene, right at your doorstep, well, you might find the local nightlife options a bit lacking. So those are some of the cons of living in Lee Summit, Missouri. Now, before we move on to the pros, I want to let you know that we love working with people all throughout the Kansas City area And if you have any questions, make sure that you reach out to us. And if you think this video or any of our other videos would help someone else, please share them with others. We really appreciate that. All right, let's dive into our pros of Lee Summit. One of the biggest perks in living in Lee Summit is undoubtedly the quality of its schools. The Lee Summit R7 school district consistently ranks among the best in Missouri, and for good reason. With a student to teacher ratio of around 14:1, students here benefit from smaller class sizes, which means more individualized attention, and a huge plus for families who prioritize strong academics. Parents often highlight the impressive qualifications of the teachers, with over 80% holding degrees higher than a bachelor's and an average of nearly 16 years of experience in education. The district's dedication to high standards is evident, as both Lee Summit High School and Lee Summit North High School have earned rankings on the U.S. News and World Report's Best High Schools list, showcasing their academic rigor as well as college readiness. Beyond public schools, Lee Summit also has some top-rated private institutions for families exploring alternative options as well. Schools like Summit Christian Academy, as well as St. Michael the Archangel High School. They're all well regarded as having robust programs with focus both on academic excellence as well as personal development. And it doesn't stop there. The district includes the Summit Technology Academy at the Missouri Innovation Campus as well. It's a forward-thinking program where high school students can gain hands-on experience and even earn college credits in fields like technology, healthcare. This type of workforce-focused education is designed to give students a head start on their careers, a unique feature that sets Lee Summit apart from many other communities. So whether you're looking at public or private education, Lee Summit offers strong choices with dedicated resources to help students thrive, making it a fantastic place for families prioritizing education. The second pro is the strong sense of community. Another thing I love about Lee Summit is the sense of community. People here genuinely care about each other, and there's a small town feel despite the city size. Whether it's the weekly farmers market, the art fairs, or the annual holiday parades, community events bring everyone together. It creates a welcoming atmosphere. This isn't just something that happens once in a while. It's a year-round experience that really makes you feel at home. If you're looking for a place where people greet each other by name, Lee Summit is definitely that kind of place. Our third pro is the home prices compared to other areas in the Kansas City market. All right, let's dive in a bit deeper into this housing thing. Here in Lee Summit, the median home price is around $321,000, which is considerable, very affordable in the Kansas City area. For many buyers, this price point offers spacious properties, larger yards, and more value for the money, especially if you're looking for a suburban lifestyle without the steep price tag of some of our neighboring cities. Now compare that to Overland Park, Kansas, just a short drive away. The median home price there is notably higher, typically around $429,000. And that's a significant difference, especially for first-time homebuyers or anyone looking to maximize their budget. So Overland Park's housing market often reflects its reputation, for top-ranked schools, shopping, and amenities, but it does come at a premium. For those wanting access to the heart of Kansas City with a more affordable cost of living, Lee Summit offers that perfect balance between price and quality of life. Here you'll find a variety of homes that cater to different lifestyles and budgets, from family-friendly neighborhoods to more upscale properties, all without the higher price tag you might expect in Overland Park. So whether you're looking for your first home, upgrading to a bigger space, or finding your forever home, Lee Summit is a fantastic option that lets you stretch your dollar further. Our fourth pro is the downtown development projects. Downtown Lee Summit is a true gem, mixing historic charm with a fresh modern vibe that's captivating both locals and visitors alike. It was awarded the prestigious Great American Main Street title by the National Trust for Historic Preservation. Downtown Lee Summit stands out nationally for its incredible revitalization efforts. This recognition isn't given lightly. It's a testament to the area's transformation into a lively hub that preserves its architectural roots while welcoming in new energy and innovation. The city has been intentional in creating a vibrant, walkable experience where people can stroll between unique boutique shops, art installations, as well as expanding the selection of dining options that you have. From trendy eateries to locally owned shops, there's a little bit of everything downtown, making it the ultimate spot for seasonal festivals, community events, and lively farmers markets. So whether you're here for a weekend or call Lease Summit home, downtown offers something exciting to discover year-round. Our fifth pro is access to the nature and outdoor activities. For those of you who love the outdoors, Lease Summit really is a dream spot. This city is filled with natural beauty and so many opportunities to enjoy. Whether you're into boating, fishing, hiking, or just relaxing by the water, Lease Summit has something for everyone. First up, we've got Longview Lake. This lake covers over 900 acres and is a popular spot for all kinds of water activities. Boating and fishing are very big here, and with multiple boat ramps and fishing docks, it's super accessible. Plus, Longview Lake Beach is a perfect place for a day of swimming, and the surrounding trails are amazing for hiking and biking. It's one of those places where you can spend a whole day and feel like you're on a mini vacation. Then there's Lakewood Lakes. It's a local favorite for its beautiful, tranquil setting. Lakewood actually consists of two lakes, Lakewood Oaks as well as Lakewood Bay, which are surrounded by walking trails and green spaces. Residents here often enjoy paddleboarding, kayaking, or just soaking up the views from the lakeside parks. It's peaceful, scenic, and just a few minutes from downtown Lease Summit, so it makes it for a real gem for relaxation. And for anyone who wants to get even closer to nature, we've got the James A. Reed Memorial Wildlife Area. This place is incredible. Over 3,000 acres of protected land with 12 lakes, miles of hiking and equestrian trails, and tons of wildlife. So whether you're bird watching or hiking or out for a quiet day of fishing, this wildlife area gives you that true feeling of being immersed in nature. It's such a unique place and it's just minutes from the heart of Lease Summit. What's great is that Lease Summit is dedicated to preserving these green spaces for everyone to enjoy. From playgrounds and splash pads for families to quiet trails for nature lovers, there's always a place to unwind. So if fresh air, open spaces, and scenic lakes are important to you, Lease Summit really is a great place to be and very hard to beat. With so much outdoor access right at your fingertips, it's easy to see why Lease Summit is such a popular choice for people who want the best of both nature and community. So whether you're here for a visit or thinking about making it your next home, these parks and lakes are definitely something you'll fall in love with and be able to enjoy while you're living in Lease Summit. Our sixth pro is the family-friendly amenities and safe neighborhoods. When it comes to being family-friendly, Lease Summit is second to none. One of the biggest draws for families is the city's focus on safety and community. With crime rates significantly lower than many comparable cities, Lease Summit scores an A+ for safety, ranking in the top 7% of the safest cities in the country. This peace of mind makes it a fantastic choice for families and retirees who value a safe, welcoming environment to call home. Beyond safety, the city offers top-notch amenities. Lease Summit has over 1,100 acres of parkland, 26 parks, 22 playgrounds, and miles of greenway trails. Families can enjoy 2 skate parks, a dog park, and even a water park at Summit Waves. And in the colder months, Summit Ice opens with an 8,000 square foot skating rink, complete with pits and everything for year-round fun. Lease Summit's family-friendly vibe really shines through in its community events. Downtown, you'll find the Fourth Friday art walks where local galleries open up their doors, and there's live music, pop-up art installations, and activities for all ages. For an extra family treat, don't miss the seasonal events like summer festivals and the fall parades, which really bring the whole community together. With safe neighborhoods, parks for all kinds of outdoor activities, and events that bring everyone together, Lease Summit feels like the perfect place to raise a family and enjoy a sense of community. There's truly something for everyone here. So there you have it, the pros and the cons of living in Lease Summit, Missouri. From the nationally recognized downtown district with its unique blend of historic charm and modern amenities to the exceptional school system and strong sense of community, it's easy to see why so many people are choosing to call Lease Summit home. Of course, like any city, it has its trade-offs. Traffic can get busy, the nightlife options are limited. The city's vibrant growth and continued investments in community spaces making it an exciting place to settle. So imagine spending an afternoon wandering through the downtown streets, grabbing a coffee at the local cafe, or exploring the art installations and boutiques. Maybe you see yourself enjoying one of the city's festivals or farmers markets, or even taking the family for a picnic by Longview Lake. I mean, Lee's Summit has a little bit of everything, combining city energy with a welcoming small town feel. And so whether you're planning to move here or you're looking for a great community to raise a family or just exploring your options, Lee's Summit might just be the perfect spot. So what do you think? Could Lee's Summit be your next home? If you want to learn more about life in Lee's Summit or other areas around the Kansas City Metro, be sure to hit that subscribe button so that you can stay updated on the current market and what living in Kansas City is like. And if you have any questions or are ready to take that next step, whether it's in 7 days or 7 months, don't hesitate to reach out to us. You can call us, text us, email us, or even schedule a one-on-one Zoom with us. All of our contact information is in the description box below. And just remember this, our wish for you is that your buying or selling process is seamless so that you can focus on creating memories for yourself and your family, and that you love living in Kansas City and the suburbs like Lee's Summit as much as we do. Thanks for watching, and until then, we hope to see you around town.